Welcome to another edition of African Americans Ain't Africans, the talk show, the think show that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the so-called African American didn't find his way to America in the trunk of a ship. I'm your host, the Indigenous One. And today is going to be on the series of demystifying this coronavirus stuff, this MKUltra that's going on in the media, that's controlling your thoughts, controlling your emotions, all these things. We are here to just give you a different way to look at it. Now, many of you can look at what's going on and what's happening on TV and what's being given to you across the media. Many of you can look at that as reality. But, for here, we don't cater to those. We look at what we see, what we say, what ideas we share, how are we looking at it? And we do that by a consensus vote. So if you hear, you know that this coronavirus is some bullshit. You know it. So from that, we just want to give information and share things with the people that'll keep them moving and keep them positive and upbeat and not caught up in this media circus which controls your emotions and tells you what to do. Today, we're going to talk about this coronavirus and all this stuff is going on. But when I say I want to look at it from a point of view, now yesterday we had a new thunder on here. Today we're going to have the sister from the Acamax. And this is what I mean by looking at it from our point of view. Look at it from a sister's point of view who's down in Louisiana. What she got to say about it? Her thoughts count too. What she feels counts too. I know she's not white and got blonde hair and all that, but she's one of you. She's one of these children of light. She's why all these foreigners come over here to take advantage of you. But since we don't want to be us, we want to be all these other bullshit titles, we just let it happen. So I want you guys to give a round and rousing welcome to Lyra Cypress. What's going on, homegirl? Lisa, you acting like you can't hear me or what? I mean, what's up, cuz?
I can hear you. I got you. I got you. I'm here. Thank you.
What you doing?
Well, I'm not supposed to say where I am. My sister told me not to tell people where I be going all the time, but I'm working on, I'm trying to, when you're trying to make moves for your people, you have to be mobile. You have to make those actual moves. And that means um, making claims, that means being present, that means being part of politics, being part of community, that means living by example, and trying to help as many people as you can along the way. But in the beginning parts, it's mostly about just kind of establishing yourself as a people and establishing your footprint where you want your footprints to be and where your footprints belong on your land. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to establish our footprints back where they belong. So I'm trying to create, daily impact and daily impression and daily kind of like this is not going away, folks, kind of situation. So that's what I'm doing.
Why I had on
Hmm.
Lisa, let me just mute your mic for a minute because that feedback that we were talking about earlier is coming through. And I'll cut it back on when I finish and give the mic back to you. One of the things that you and I were talking about earlier is this coronavirus. And it was funny when I brought it up, we both kind of had the same, ah, and it's like we've seen this before. And yeah, we've seen it before. We've seen it several times, especially in our lifetime, and how this kind of scenario repeats itself every few years or so. Could you give us your view on what's happening, on what's going on right now?
Man, what is going on right now? It's crazy. I don't know if I told you this, but I had a corona migraine the other day. I thought I was coming down with the corona. I thought I had a coronavirus attack, and it came on because I kept seeing things on the internet and things on Facebook and things. I don't really watch the news, but every once in a while, I watch a news whatever thing, film or something, and it got me all riled up. And then next thing you know, I thought I was gonna pass out. I thought I had the corona. I thought maybe because I made a smart comment about the coronas, I was getting it. I had no idea, but turned out I just had a migraine. But the whole situation was giving me a migraine. The coronas is ridiculous. And the coronas is fear. Fear in form of a virus.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, so listen. So one of the things you were telling me about, so this is what I mean, guys, and this is what I mean. This is why we have to start thinking. You just can't be up there a prop and somebody can come whisper it in your ear and you run and tell the next person. You are a steward of this land. You walk around on this motherfucker like everybody else. You walk around this planet like Trump and all those Steve Harvey and all those people they give you to worship. You are part of this matrix just like them. More so because you're not controlled. You're not told what to do. You are America. You are what people come over here for. But Lisa, we were talking earlier about how stupid this coronavirus is, how dumb. I mean, and this is what I mean, we got to think. We were talking about flights to China. What have you found? Check this out, y'all.
Round trip flight to China is $348. And not only that, if you want to go tonight, you can get a flight at 10 p.m. on United for $648 one way. You want to go? Want to head to China? Because they ain't stopping you. So I don't know why people ain't going to school and work when you can go straight to the heart man. Oh, by the way, guess what Corona did? It hopped. It hopped out of China, and now where is it? And now it's in Europe because it hopped.
So
I don't have
how did it hop from Europe to? I mean, how did it hop from China to Europe?
how does what okay, so okay, y'all believe in Santa Claus or Rudolph, or do you believe in goblins, and what do you believe in? Because
So hey, well, ho, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
yeah,
is real. I don't
oh,
know what you're talking about. That shit is real. Hater.
and so is the hopping of a virus from China to Europe. How does it? And then they say the epicenter. The epicenter. How does a virus have an epicenter? So the epicenter is hot. So the epicenter was China. Okay, so what we're talking about, what they're acting like is like a beam of light, or like I said, Santa flying through the sky, because it's supposed to be a disease that is rapidly spreading amongst people and killing them. How does the epicenter just hop and shift? Or they said shift. So are those people now alive that were dead? Or have people just stopped suddenly dying in China? No one's sick anymore? How does this shift? So now the disease isn't growing anymore in China, but all of a sudden it's growing in Europe? How does it shift? How do you watch the damn news and think it'll make sense? I'm just gonna watch the old TV shows. I want to watch some Lost in Space and some old Star Trek And I want to just like go back to when television made sense and even the world made sense, because nothing going on today is making any sense. This is all nonsense.
But do you think it's a way? How is that shaping the public's perception of things? What they're showing now?
The public must be pretty dim-witted if they really think that China, all of a sudden it just shifted from China to somewhere else. What does that really even mean? That is nonsense. So I mean, the fact that we just drink in this stuff. You know what? Let me tell y'all, stop using damn fluoride. Stop drinking fluoride. Your penile glands are jacked. Okay, like you have no sense of what is real and what is not. Okay, get the crud off your gland. Stop using fluoride toothpaste. Stop drinking the water. Literally. Okay, because it's got you messed up that you will sit up here and listen to this stuff on this stupid television and believe it, or read these things on the internet and believe it. Like, believe. And
Yeah.
that is belief and fear. Belief and fear. They're both messed up.
Okay, here's another thing that's happening that I think earlier you said is going to impact the so-called Black community in the future. So they've canceled all kind of sports, NCAA basketball tournament, March Madness, the NBA, and anything that eats up a lot of Negroes' time is this sports.
Right.
Negroes put, if you could have,
True.
if the African American community could have $1 for every minute that Negroes spend on sports, we wouldn't, we be.
But that's in us though, because you know we always, you know, you read the book. Us Indians love our sports. We are the creators of sports. We are the creators of all games. However, we're the creator of creation. We create everything. However, you know, they wanted to get us undistracted so we can be focused on being afraid. Nigga, wake up, be afraid.
Yeah.
What are you doing watching a ball game? You're supposed to be scared. We don't know how to act. We don't know how to do right. We're supposed to be sufficiently scared from this.
So going forward, how do you get a group of people or a nation of people? And I think the simplest way I've seen it is each one teach one. Everybody you come in contact with, like they say, this coronavirus is coming in contact. Every person you come in contact with has to be. You have to be more intelligent when you leave them, or they have to be more intelligent when they leave you. Because us in this dumb shit all the time, listening to what people say, people write scripts years in advance.
Right.
And then present it to us now, and we fall for it. We really start acting.
Right.
We put our emotions into the shit.
Right.
Because we have no control over ourselves, but try to act like we do, and we don't. So this fear, what does the fear do?
It's the white robes, it's the white sheets, it's the daggone, it's the burning cross. What? Okay, I would say that thankfully, I don't think Negro Indians are actually really getting that in a panic as we could be about this thing. But I think that the mission of this is so many layers. I think what we should be trying to figure out is what they really are up to, because the purpose of this distraction is major. They have major stuff that they're doing to want us distracted in this kind of way. And let me put it like this. If they say the flu kills 600,000 people a year, how the hell don't they have Tamiflu over the counter? Tamiflu fixes the flu like nothing. You catch that flu within the first few days of you feeling kind of feverish, and baby, you'll be better in 3 days, 4 tops if you take Tamiflu. Why is that shit not readily available if they care about us so much? They don't.
Can I make a public service announcement about what you just said? Be
Uh-huh.
1 second. Listen to what this sister just said about Tamiflu. And this is what I mean about indigenous people in America. This is why we got to stop all this bullshit. There's herbs and plants and shit that grow all over this country that we could use to make a medicine for our people. Because now this is what I'm hearing. A lot of the medicines that are being made in China.
There are herbs, yeah.
No, I'm talking about medicines. All this synthetic shit that everybody's
Oh
taking.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Because we can't forget Dr. Sabi. We this brother was telling us some things. We have to keep that in the forefront when we thinking about our health and how we gonna move on and keep this life going. We can't be going to the finish line all limping and no legs and no nuh-uh. We gotta do the right thing, y'all. And I think if we just did that, our fucking problem is solved.
Well, yeah. I mean, we need to be healthier. We need to be more health minded. But in the reality is, you need to be mindful about what is going on politically, and if they really care about you, what steps would they really be taking? It's like Prince died because of an overdose, but after he died, then they made Narcan available inhaling. Okay, you can get it over the counter. That would have saved his damn motherfucking life. Okay, but no, that wasn't even available. Like, if he had said, oh, if they had it like, oh, here, you're taking this narcotic. Oh, by the way, Prince, there's this thing that, you could take to, reverse it if you overdose. Okay, thanks. That wasn't available to him. And he was a billionaire or whatever. So I'm like, how in the hell is it now available over the counter because some white kids are dying, or old people or whatever age people are dying because of overdosing on Oxycontin, which was supposed to be meant to get us, and instead it got them. Okay, so basically, you need to pay attention to the details. Don't miss out on what is really going on. And the fact that they don't make Tamiflu available, and they want you to take a daggone vaccine instead, and they want you to daggone, and they say that it's such a dangerous thing. If it's so dangerous and they're concerned about so many people dying, why isn't a basic thing that can stop the daggone flu in its tracks available readily? They don't care. That's the point of it. The point is to let people know that if you think that they have a care, and then you think that all this, them getting this on this tizzy over this coronavirus is real, they will kill you. They're killing people on purpose. They don't care. That's my point. The doctors, the World Health, the CDC, they don't care. They do. Do they care about old people dying? No, they want to get rid of them. They want them off the rolls. They want their daggone checks and money. It's gone. It's a done data. So let's get that clear. They don't care. The problem with the news is that everybody thinks that the real people in the news and the people behind these medical people and the people in the government actually care about you. You actually believe that crap. That's the insane thing. You don't think that all these big country leaders have a agenda? You don't think when they get together, they don't plan shit out? They don't have a plan?
How can you not? How can you not see it? I mean, you living on this planet. You walking around every day in your cities, if you go into work or whatever, and you see you're an intelligent being. We are connected to this planet. So there are some things that we know, even if we just pick up through osmosis from the fucking planet. Because this planet does have an effect on it. Now, listen, I don't want to be disrespectful, I realized that many African Americans, their thought to the planet of being part of the earth, it don't mean shit to them. They don't give a fuck. And y'all know I ain't lying. Because they've been grafted away from it. You are a part of this planet. What would this planet do for you if you did whatever the planet needed for the planet? What would it do for you? That's what all these people come over here to take that power from you. And you cool with it. I can do whatever I want to, nigga. That's your attitude for it. Good luck with that.
Right. We are so disconnected from what really is happening. You know, when I was last night, I was listening to you and Anu Thunder, and I was looking at the moon. The moon was looking magnificent, man. It was looking like amazing. I couldn't get a good, accurate picture of it on my camera, unfortunately, but it was looking really, really beautiful. And I was like, you know what? I was just, and after that, I just really just like spoke to the ancestors and to the great one. And I said, you know, we need to just make sure that we are moving in the right direction. I want to make sure I am moving in the right direction. I want to make sure that I am moving in line with what needs to be done to heal this earth, because this earth, it is our duty to take it back over. It is our duty to end this nonsense, okay? And we cannot be distracted by bull, by either fuck niggas or whatever else is going on. We need to not be thinking about that shit. We got work to do. Like, we got to be thinking about how we going to make moves. Like, so they be trying to block, you know, your progress. You got to be counteracting all that. You have to be thinking strategically. When these people are doing these kind of things where they're, you know, they're talking about vaccines and stuff, we need to be investing in their stock so we can make money. That's what we need to be doing. Think smart, people. You know what I mean? Don't be a victim. Don't go out and buy up all the toilet paper. How much ass do you have anyway? Yeah.
I just gotta wipe my ass twice, and I don't want to use the same toilet paper to do it. I want to wrap my hand up in some more and do it again.
How much shit are y'all planning on doing out there? This is ridiculous. What is going on? Like, what do y'all really be doing in the bathroom? Is really kind of disturbing to me. What is happening?
Hey, you know they designed this toilet paper for motherfuckers to jack off in. You know that's
No.
listen. That's how depraved of a system we're living in, you guys. You don't know how woven in the fabric that these people have put in to fuck us up.
Oh.
You're the natural resource. I
Yeah.
mean, this
Yeah.
is a nurse. I will let her explain to you how much your organs worth. Jerome.
Okay, let's not talk about. We don't want to talk about what really they do, how corrupt the system of organs are, because they get your organs for free and then they sell them for like millions, and then they don't even pay for your funeral. They won't even pay for your cremation. Okay, because of what? Oh, they say it's unorthodox. How is it unorthodox for you to pay for somebody's funeral when you taking everything and you selling everything down to the corneas, skin, corneas, everything? You can be harvested for so many damn things. Yep, it's crazy. But anyway, well, I don't know how we even got on that. But anyway, we're just talking about the fact that what we don't know, and what you don't know, and how much that can hurt you, and by how you worrying about things that they trying to tell you that you shouldn't worry about. If they telling it to you, don't worry about it. That should be the rule. If they telling you, don't worry. You don't need to worry about what they're telling you. You need to worry about what they're not telling you. That's what you need to worry about. Trust and believe. If they're telling you about it. And the other thing is, if your good old president is chilling, like he is chilling right now, he's acting dumbfounded because he's like, well, shit, they told me it was fake. It wasn't anything. But now they're telling me I gotta act like it's important. So now he don't know what the fuck to do. So you see how awkward he's acting. He's awkward as fuck. But he ain't wearing no face mask. He ain't wearing no gloves. He ain't wearing no biohazard suit. So he can't fake because he's just as simple-minded as they come. He's just as crazy and dumb and crazy and simple. He's not really good at acting. So if you don't see him doing shit, don't you shift to the left. If he ain't shifted to the right, don't you shift to the right. He's just acting awkward, which means he's lying, and he's lying in a way that he doesn't feel comfortable. So
you know what? You know what's, and I thought I would never say this. Trump makes Bush Jr. look like a fucking genius.
He does.
I mean, seriously. Come on, y'all.
But you know what?
Can I get a one on that?
Yes, but you know what? I kind of dig it. I kind of dig having a president that's that damn simple that is like you're dealing with a 12 and 10-year-old, you know? So it's like, okay, what would you just look at him and say, okay, how would a 10-year-old act? How is he, you just kind of gauge his behavior on a 10-year-old meter. And then you're like, okay, I understand what's happening. Boom. He's like a 10-year-old. So, I mean, if I don't understand how people can get in hysteric situation, get in a panic when their president is acting as awkward as fuck, which means he just is confused about the situation because he don't know which lie to tell.
So, being a sister who's moving in between the moving off grid,
right?
Being a sister that's moving, just getting away from it all.
Yeah.
Because you're doing it, you're not being forced to doing it. You're doing it. You're transitioning to that point.
Right.
What are some of the things that we can look forward to, those of us who are trying to do that? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, if we really stop playing and really stop fucking around, these cities ain't gonna last.
Yeah,
it keeps too much, and that's why these viruses are important. It costs too much to run them.
and when you're in the city, when you get someplace like New Rochelle or somewhere, that's not a real city. But when you get in New York and you have a lockdown like that, that's crazy. That's like
where is New Rochelle?
It's upstate. It's above New York City, and it's not city. It's more rural. It's like urban, suburban. It's more like, it's not, I can't even say it's like Atlanta. It's not even like that. It's like, maybe like Birmingham. I put it like that. Like okay. Birmingham. Yeah.
Wow. And what happened?
They put the city on lockdowns, what the guy told me when I was at breakfast today. And so because he heard about New Rochelle, New York, he was in New York City and he was afraid that might happen there. So he headed back to back down south to try to avoid the whatever kind of, because he saw that at a Whole Foods, they only allowed people in New York to go in 5 at a time, and they had to stand out on the sidewalk.
Let me ask you this: do you think that this is like a precursor to what's happening, or they're going through the what do they call that? An active shooter. They do these scenarios.
Right. This is a drill or something, like a drill.
Yeah, it does. I mean, no, I'm talking about, it's not practice. It's making it seem like it's practice, but only it's real.
Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy because everything that's gonna happen now is gonna be man driven, right? Like, there's not going to be some kind of super virus that's going to come out like for real, like out of nature. It's just not. You know what I mean? It's really not. So I mean, because what we should say is like why and how. Like they're talking about bats and all this kind of stuff. this is all laboratory. I believe it's laboratory because it ain't real. Okay. We've been exposed to just about everything, and just about everything that we have on Earth today has been in existence since we've been on Earth. Period. Okay. Syphilis, gonorrhea, all that stuff. And then the things that we do have are really just like offbreaks of the other, like different herpes viruses. Herpes is the same thing as chickenpox. They're just all the same family. So it's like there's really nothing new. And if you believe that there's something new and God told you, if you believe in the Bible, then you say, oh, there's nothing new under the sun. Well, believe that shit. There ain't nothing new under the sun, okay, if you believe. So, I mean, if you want to be on that tip, but I'm just saying, so if in that whole context, whatever they do is going to be man-made. And if they are creating a hysteria and panic now, they're learning which buttons to push to create hysteria, okay? This is an exercise on what's going to make people react, okay?
Okay, let me ask you this, okay? Because
who do they want to react? That's the question. Now,
okay, check this out.
Yeah.
Yagua's the text says, and this is what I was trying to say. False flag operation, whereas it's made to seem like it's a false flag operation, but it's not. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Psychops.
That's it. Yeah, and yes, there are a lot of pharmaceutical companies that are buying for it, but like Anu mentioned some things that are key, and if you follow the line from what Anu said yesterday, you'll find out who are the key players in line for that virus making. But but basically, yeah, we need to look at who are they really trying to trigger. And what are they really trying to do? And it's not just one thing. But best believe that because we are very powerful people, because we are very mystical people, we don't understand what we are. We got to get ourselves clear. We got to clear our pineal glands. We got to clear ourselves. There are copper shields you can wear. When you're sleeping, I don't know. Do what you got to do. I believe I'm doing everything. I'm just going to let y'all know. I'm going to do everything to clear myself, okay? Y'all can do what you want to do. I'm going to take some Shugite and I'm going to put in my water. I'm going to be doing copper shields in my bedding. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to shield myself, whatever bull they're trying to put out there, because I actually hear pings when I'm at home. Like I'll hear like ting, ting. I will hear that. I don't know if anybody else has experienced where you hear like sounds coming in to you, but whatever that shit is, I need to be blocking myself from whatever's out there. And I think that we also need to be very, very astute, and we need to help our families. Once again, talk to your friends and your families. I mean, it's great for us awoke, or whatever, knowledgeable indigenous people to talk to each other, but that's a bunch of bullshit, okay? You need to talk to the other folk, the folk that don't know, the people at work, the people across the street, the people down the block, the folks at the supermarket, at the doctor's office. Oh my God, that's a good place to talk, in the waiting room. I mean, we need to be talking, because a lot of people, it's not that they are so ignorant, it's that they just didn't hear they don't have access to the information. And if we're not sharing it, how are they going to get it? Talk. Let them know. Because this stuff is they are really trying to do a lot of things at once. They don't want the old people around. Boom. They don't want the old people voting. Boom. They don't want Negroes around. Boom. They want the Negroes voting. Boom. So, I mean, there's a lot of things they aiming for. They want to lower the population in general, but they want only the right people staying around.
Yeah.
How are they going to do that? That means that they're going to do what they always do. They're going to target the water, the food stores in our neighborhoods, the fast food, the liquor stores, the things that go in our neighborhoods are going to be targeted.
It's already targeted.
It already is. It already is. But it's gonna get worse. You know what? With Agnew, when Agnew did that thing, I Googled the company that was involved with high on the list or involved with that virus. And they are also working on some kind of vaccine or treatment for poultry. You see, they want not poultry disease. Now, I am not aware that the poultry is that damn disease. In my lifetime, I didn't hear nobody talking about raising chickens and they was all daggone, riddled with disease. So whatever the hell they have to do with trying to rid disease of poultry when they can't even fix diabetes or freaking hypertension, I don't have any idea. But basically, as they are trying to do whatever to this poultry, believe you me, that is aims toward the Negro. Okay, and like you said, eating squirrel, eating coon, eating daggone deer, eating some of the stuff that we used to eat, instead of this shit that we done gotten so daggone addicted to, is a
I
way to
saw, I saw you eating that chicken sandwich between two donuts.
absolutely right. That's crazy. But
Oh, listen? I mean, seriously, can you believe that shit?
nah, that's crazy, man. That's
I
crazy.
mean, can you believe that shit? And motherfuckers going out buying it.
Yeah, so you can daggone just die, just like die right there. You want to die quick. You want to die. People just want to die happy. I guess a damn donut they're going death is just like, yeah, I just want to die with a donut in my mouth with some chicken. Thank you. That's how I want to go. Fuck you. Don't tell me how to live my life. Don't tell me how to die.
Oh my God.
Don't tell me how to die. If I want to die with a donut wrapped up on a chicken, that's how I want to go, doggone it. I want donut. But you know what's really crazy is that your president, that's one of his favorite places to go, KFC. So
Oh my God.
I figure if you're gonna eat fast food, eat what the motherfucker eats, because you know what I mean. I mean, that's what I say. That's how I look at things. I'm like, whatever fast food that crazy man eats, that's the one you probably should go to, because odds are they won't try to trip you up on those places because that's where the president goes to. I don't know. That's just my crazy thinking. But basically, let's just look at this whole day thing about why we try to kill ourselves and why they trying to kill us. Now, we got to decide who we want, how we want to die. Do we want to kill ourselves? Do we want to kill ourselves? Or do we want somebody else killing us? How do we want to go? I prefer to live a nice, long, luxurious life. I would not want to kill myself, nor do I want someone killing me. So I think the wiser thing to do would be to try to you got to be able to, first of all, avoid this system and its snares. So I think that you need to start thinking about being a lot more holistic and a lot more self-sustaining. How about that? Self-sustaining. So I figured out that I can generate my own power without the damn electric company. I can get solar and attach it to it and make my thing run. And I don't need any daggone electric company. I do not need any kind of utilities. We can all do the same. Our houses are hooked up to be able to run massive amount of things. It probably ain't even healthy having all that electric shit in our damn midst. I tell you the truth. It probably ain't even healthy having all that shit all around us in our houses. To tell you the truth. However, our houses are hooked up so you can just endless amounts of stuff you can run in your house. And we got TVs in every damn room and in the bathroom. People can't shit without a TV. The shit don't come out without a TV there. For real. You heard of that. It's a syndrome.
No, you ain't lying. You
Yeah, it's a syndrome. It's called television constipation syndrome. They have to turn the TV on for the shit to flow.
speaking of TV, the TV,
Uh,
serious, the TV, I mean, to the TV, really serious. You know, you've heard about MK Ultra.
he does. Oh, somebody said, she said 45 like McDonald's. He does like McDonald's. Yes, he does. Which is why, I don't even know what to tell y'all about that. But anyway, go ahead. MK Ultra. Yes, I have
The
heard of it.
television, I mean, the television itself is not a, I think we look at it as a program that goes on and stuff. But I think this MK Ultra is right in your living room because it does influence the way you say, see stuff. Like we can see now with this coronavirus, it is able to move a lot of people and influence to do a whole lot of things that they wouldn't have done if they had thought of it on itself. So what do you think about TV as a MK Ultra, moving the people's mind?
I mean, we've seen that kind of thing. It's been on, what is it called? Outer Limits and all them other shows. Remember back in the day, they had all kinds of things. And how about what is that damn, what was that movie? The Poltergeist? Didn't that come through the damn TV? I mean, so we've seen all these different images of the TV being able to talk to you, being able to reach into your soul, being able to influence you.
Are you there, Lisa? Well, why she comes back. So we're just going to take this conversation to, to another spot. Um, when we say that the so-called African American black person, Negro color, if you have a Negro grandmother, her mama, she was an Indian, those stories are abound. Those are the indigenous women of America. Go look up a photo, the reconciliation between Britannia and her daughter America, and you tell me who that sister is with that blue feather on top of her head. You could name in any, I don't care where you live, what city you live in, you've seen that sister. And so we have to stop thinking that we are not the people that America has produced, especially North America has produced, because we are. And the longer we run away from it and the longer we pretend I didn't know all that dumb shit, the longer we're going to suffer. She's calling out to you guys. Now when Jim Jones called you, you went. When the military service call you, you go. But when the land and the part of the earth that calls for you because she's being trampled upon, you stay silent. Ooh, ooh. The so-called African Americans, you see what's going on in the world today. And if you're one of those people who's labeled as a non anything, because African American doesn't mean anything, nobody called themselves African American 30 years ago. Nobody called themselves African Americans 40 years ago. Nobody called themselves African American in the 1920s. These people are being ready for removal. Now, all the signs are there. And one of the ways they can escape a whole bunch of karmic debt is to make you do it yourself. It's called menticide. Dr. Bobby Wright. Please look this brother up. There's not a lot on him, but the little he put out is off the hook. Dr. Bobby Wright, University of Chicago, menticide. And menticide is the killing of the mind with the intent and sole purpose is destroying the person and the group mind. That's what menticide is, the killing of a person or group's mind with the ultimate intent being destruction of that person or group. Look over the horizon. What do you see? Well, come on. Be honest. Come on. See, a lot of us don't want to look at that because we don't want to do nothing about it. And if you were sent here to solve problems, and we were, because you solve everybody else's in the world's problem, but you can't solve your own. For real, cuz? And you got an attitude about it. You act like your job, that's your purpose in life is to solve other people's problems. And look at your problems and just, so. What are we doing? Where are we being led? And we have to be aware of that. If you don't want to be aware of it, you don't have to be. But each one teach one. Stop lying and bullshitting. Only pass things that could help, things that have helped you. And always try to do the right thing. It looked like we lost Lisa tonight. So we're going to go ahead and end this. We're going to have her back with the coronavirus. Take care of yourself. Be clean. Wash your hands. Look out for each other. Be clean. Eat clean. Think clean. Drink clean. Spring cleaning is coming up. Spring is coming. Spring is right around the corner. That means everything is clean so new stuff can grow. Okay? Like I said, you can't have last year Thanksgiving turkey and dressing in your gut moving into the spring. It has to go. Cleanse yourself, cleanse your mind, cleanse your body, and continued growth. We'll see you next time. Peace.